How's everyone doing? Apologize for not doing this stream last weekend or week. It was just a fucking shit show. Not that this week has been much better. I've been sick half the week, and even though I'm feeling a little better, it's been a bit of a, I don't know, just stressed out. Yeah. So, doing some thought on what today's project is. I'm temporarily setting the 3-ring stone ring aside. Temporarily. I got some might have access to a lot more of this type of tourmaline. Speaking of crystals, here, let me show you guys what's coming up tomorrow real quick. I've got some different fire agates I spent some time polishing and learning how to do that whole thing. Some of them are quite nice. And others are just more affordable. And I snagged a few amethyst clusters. Also, tomorrow's hopefully... See, I keep trying to convince myself whatever this material here is would make for some amazing tiny little cabochons. Also, I feel like there's some bigger crystals in some of these. I wonder if they're facet grade or not. That one probably is. Oh. And this one? I thought that was dope. So yeah, for today's video, I'm split between making some wire-wrapped mini pendants because I want to have one for every month. Also, I know I need to get some content out because it's been a minute. I should probably pop up the but it's also stupidly difficult to record content and do a live while I'm live streaming. So I don't know what to do quite there. You get the chat popped up. Not that I think anyone is chatting, but sweet. One good success this week. I actually managed to get a large section of back parcels out. So just thank you to everyone for their patience on that. Okay, so we're gonna go to YouTube. We're gonna pop up my channel. I see I got my live stream here. Give me my chat. I see I got my... recording fundraiser. Sorry, I gotta pin something up real quick. I'm still working very, very hard to get this new microscope and recording system. Boom. There we go. Why does it have a yellow party hat next to my name? Oh well. Alrighty. So yeah. Should I do content making, you know, I've got a Viver faceting machine video that I'm gonna make. I could work on some fire agate. I could... there's no way I could start recording a ring like that. I guess I might have to settle for making a mini pendant. Unless, of course, I work on this a little bit. I could do that. I've got another thing that I'm working on too, but I'm taking video. Y'all have seen. Holy shit, why am I so backed up? There we go. Been working on this for fucking ever. And it's turning out quite well. And the pieces are sturdy, and I don't know, I'm pretty proud of how that's turning out. I have to repolish the damn thing, because of course when I'm setting stones, somehow I fuck up everything else. That'll be a good video, so I got some content I'm working on at least. That's too complex. Hey Ken, how you doing? Ooh, I guess practice some engraving. Melissa, how's it going? Did you see those amethyst specimen that I got this week? Oh, not too bad. My grandma's doing better. It sounds like she'll be released from the ICU at least soon. Or the hospital. Gonna have to do a little bit of rehabilitation, but could be worse. No? Oh, Melissa. Here. I'll, real quick, I'll go show again, because I know no one was actually here for that part. I have both new fire agates. Never get that one to show off the purple. Both some really nice ones and some just like affordable ones. And got a bunch of amethyst clusters. So that's super dope. Ooh. Okay, this one's not one of the ones that's for sale, but it's one that I cut. See if I can get it to show that flash of blue. Right? I'm pretty stoked to finally be getting some new freaking stock in. I'm super excited about that. Thank you, Ken. And then, yeah, I've been sitting around considering whether I want to do a moissanite ring or... So, I had this crazy idea of... I bought a couple pendants to get some diamonds and gold to work with, but this pendant was just fine. Like, I needed to tighten up the prongs and repolish it. Other than that, it was in good condition. You know, give it a good scrubbing. And it struck me that this 1/4 carat diamond pendant that's in 14 karat gold, I could resell it for 1/3 of the price of anything that I make if I just stopped at polishing it. You know, tighten the prongs, etc. Boom, $300. I can't beat that making stuff. And I know things are tight, and so I'm just considering, like, maybe people might want some affordable gold jewelry. So I haven't melted it down yet. I'm going to give it a week or two, maybe, and see. I don't know. It's been a long week. I don't know what I'm doing. I could sure stretch that gold and those diamonds all throughout this, though. I don't know why that would be a good idea, but I totally do it. Oh, hey, silver. Okay, so what the hell am I doing today? 'Tis a great question. And a question I don't know that I have an answer to at the moment. I haven't fully decided yet. Oh, that's perps. That's gotta go elsewhere. Oh, I'm sorry, Ken. Melissa, it's a Mexican fire opal of... Like, it's hard to capture it, but it actually has play of color in it. Along with that fire agate that... Yeah. Gotta have one big piece this year. Hey Vern, I got your package out today. Nice. That's cool, Ken. Let's see. That I gotta put on hold for a little bit. Wait till he's back to... So what the hell should I do today? Oh, you did? What did you sell, buddy? Congrats. It's always nice getting a big sale. I'll never forget my first time ever having a really big one. Nice. Oh, I bet you did the marbles. Oh, these. They're amethyst beads. I can make rings with them. There's an easy. Here, boom. Melissa just got me into a crafting project. Perfect. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab craft wire. It's been a minute. See, that's 18 gauge. 18 fit through there. Perfect. If anybody wants one of these rings that I'm about to make, they are $10. It's not silver, it is craft wire. Just to give a heads up on that. But they're a pretty nifty little project type for sure. Alright, so we're going to angle this down. What? How did you do that? I might be able to fix it. Might being the key word. Alright. First, I do that. And then we do that. Oh, the tourmaline itself. Okay, there's no fixing that. I'm wrong. I'm sorry to hear that, Melissa. That's sad. We'll have to work on getting you a new tourmaline or something for it. Alrighty, so then, wrap it up and around like so. Let's see here, we're gonna go for a size 7.5 on this one. Hi Lisa, good to see you. I hope you're having a good day too. Alrighty. And then, let's see, do I want to, yes, I do believe I do, in fact, want, now there's a lot of different ways I can do these, but they basically go like this. If anybody wants me to make them a custom one, just let me know. Okay. This one will be about a size 7. Fucking Craftwire is not wrapped like Sterling, though. That is a fact. Hi, Ozone. I feel that, Lisa. It's kind of been my week. Right on, Karen. Uh... Damn. Never thought that these would become challenging again. Trash. Do not throw this in with my Sterling scrap. Nice. I almost today tried to record during the stream my updated review of the Weaver faceting machine, but recording and doing a live stream at the same time, I just don't have the tech for yet. Hopefully once this fundraiser gets enough put together for the camera, I'll be able to do that. There, Melissa. See what the little globes are for now? They're to make people fidget rings. Just sit there and you can fidget with your gemstone. I used to, like, at all my live events before inflation just fucked everything up. Right, Ozone? But yeah, before it was, the price of everything went up, I could literally pop these out for $5. And I was doing fairly well just selling these rings, because I could make them custom on the spot. $5 rings. Takes me 5 minutes to make a custom. People liked that shit. Even if they only last, a couple days. Well, I don't know. I've had some people, like, come back 3 months later with the same ring I have, and they're like, I love it. I wear it every day. This thing is starting to catch, though. Can you Yeah, smash. We're good. But if you're like most people, I have a feeling, like, if you do anything with your hands, you'll probably burn through these quickly. Light bulb. I have enough gold to do that. With or without that selling. Is white gold? Yeah, it is. I think it is. A two-tone ring, then? I'm really considering that project right now. Got this about 1 carat diamond just chillaxing around. It's been waiting for me to be ready with the right project. I think I might be getting there. Okay, so Split shank. Hex top. Keep the hex top. I like that hex top. Possibly almost exactly the same, but using these on the outer bezel and then going round brilliance further. That's probably something I should consider more in the coming future. Oh, what to do, what to do, what to do. Let's see here. Where is some 14 gauge? So 14-ish, kinda, roughly. Little thick to be 14. That's 16 gauge. I'm running low on 14. I'm gonna have to order some more. Damn, I can't even fucking do that. I never have the wire I need, I swear. I told myself before I actually went live that I probably didn't even want to go live because I had no idea what the hell I was gonna do. And the other part of me was like, oh, you got this, just wing it. Jesse! How are you doing? It's good to see you. And here I am trying to wing it. Failing miserably. You know what? Okay. I have mini pendant. Screw it. I'm doing a mini pendant. I want to have a mini pendant of every month. So let's start here. I say amethyst. Or garnet. Amethyst or garnet. Or tanzanite. I did just send out my other tanzanite pendant. Seems like those sell fairly fast. I probably should go with tanzanite. Yeah, we'll go with amethyst though this time. How are you doing today, Jesse? Okay, so I'm going to use a bow tie setting for this amethyst. And I'm not going to put a diamond in it. Or gold. Unless specifically requested by someone wanting a custom. What type of dinner you having? Being on that strict oatmeal diet. I shouldn't say that because I've been having nachos too lately. Yeah, about here. Okay. Grab some 28 gauge round. Alabama, I'm a little confused. Do you not normally cook? I mean, I normally don't anymore, but I used to quite a bit. Okay, Jesse. Unless I'm mistaken, the, ooh. Stones are in the room with me right now. Alright, so bow tie setting. I've had people ask about this too. First, you bend wire in half. Now, I'm only using this to do one stone, but you can set a string of them in a row. Some people call it a form of channel setting. I don't agree with that technically, because I've tried wire wrap channel setting and I can never get it to work. Hats off to the masters like Raftark out there. Okay. That makes sense now. Vern. That totally... I was gonna say, because it sounded... That's what I had already assumed, and so I was like, wait, I I thought you already did cook. But now it makes sense, like, more from a perspective of looking back. Now, there are multiple ways to do this type of setting. I personally bend like this T-shape, use that to kind of line up where I'm gonna want things to go. Then I bend the wires down, which gives me this shape. No, you're good, you're good. And, bro, I get it. I totally fucking get it. I have also gone about 5 years now and not taken days off, etc. Working, amounts of work that I would never have worked for someone else. It's crazy what you're willing to do when the motivation is more personal. Karen, sometime I hope I get to make use of your fastening videos when I get a better machine. I keep telling myself when, not if, because after the microscope, unless there's some big change, a new faceting machine, or even if it's a used one, but something that's not said Weaver machine, is next on my list. Camera, microscope, and then better faceting machine. So now I'm making what I call rails. And these basically hold the gemstone. Like so. And you can just set the gemstone on the rails if you've got it right. And then push it in. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry to hear that, Alabama. I've never had to see that with a parent. seen it with someone I cared about, but not family. I couldn't even imagine. It's a hard thing to take care of. Alright, now I bend the wires up and over the stone, like that. And pull them back this way. Yeah, I went through it with a guy, a friend, living in the building I was living in, who started drinking himself badly, and then, like, he literally got sober and said, no, I don't want to be sober. Like, in being sober and of right mind. And he's like, I know it's gonna kill me, but that's where and that was hard to watch. Although it was even harder to watch what the state did when they got involved. Because that end was even worse. Demanding service? Shit, I shouldn't say that. Might give the cat ideas. You know, most times I would agree. Most times I would agree. This man was alone, had nobody depending on him, and had all the money he needed. And he had lost the people that he had loved, and he just didn't want to go on without them. It's the only time that I've actually, like, looking back and been like, yeah, no, you know, I can't fault him for that choice. Like, I've heard it from myself as a heroin addict and so many others who were, we were just being irresponsible and running, from responsibilities. He had no responsibilities. He just had no want to go on. He didn't really, actually, like, I was the one volunteering to take care of him in that state. And, hell, he even, like, wanted to pay me for it. It's just, he just wanted a painless way out. Which is usually the reason, but he didn't have anybody relying on him or, you know, any responsibilities, I guess, is what made it that one different. Really pissed me off as the state got involved, basically made him get sober, drained his $100,000 that he had in the bank account within a couple months, and then I ended up having to be the one to go kick down his door when he drank rubbing alcohol covered in bedbug bites in this shitty fucking, you know, a place as a heroin addict, like, I'd choose to live there, but he lived in his own house before that. They took everything from him because they didn't want me taking care of him. I don't fucking know their logic on it. Like, normally those services are necessary and a good thing, or maybe not a good thing, but sometimes they are. That time they just fucking... Only time I've gotten away with yelling at somebody like I did that day and not get arrested. I got done yelling, I literally turned around and put my fucking hands behind my back, too. I just had to say my piece on that one. Yeah, and that's it. They wanted his money. Which, you know, the excuse they used was that I had no right to his money, and I'll agree with that. I had no right to his money. The way I viewed it, he could have used every cent of that, plus every bit of his property, to drink himself to death peacefully and painlessly. I still would have helped him. I kind of understood. I could see a bit of him, like, or of myself, like, you know that projection thing where you look at somebody, especially someone older than you, and you're like, because I was 20-something at the time, and I was like, you know, this is probably going to be me in 30 years. I was in the middle of my addiction. I had that empathy, like, you know, I'm making this choice. I ain't no one to judge. Hopefully somebody will, show me a little bit of kindness at that point in my life. At least that's how I viewed it then. I wasn't necessarily caring for him. I was just stopping by to hang out and do the dishes and clean the fecal matter out of the carpet and, you know, wash the clothes, change the bed. Just kind of, you know, as a paying it forward for karma in a way. Like I said, I really saw a bit of my future self there. I'm kind of surprised it didn't make me want to get sober. But it's like, you know, then the state gets involved. They decide to take him for every penny he has, leaving him basically fucking homeless. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm sure that's gonna really make him want to stay sober. There's the answer. Good job, guys. Fucking nailed it there. Not that I was in the right either. I really don't think I was. Sometimes I don't know that there is a right of things. Dude, I agree 100% with that. You're right. I never considered that like that, but this time around, I've not really celebrated any of my sobriety days. And it's, I think you make a very valid point there that it's gone better because of that. I also know with my medical conditions that permanently being off the like morphine and stuff just is not gonna be a thing 20-30 years from now. If I'm unfortunate enough to make it fucking long, I'm probably gonna, you know, be needing that again. And I will make sure that I find some way, if I am super rich by that point, that beyond taxes, there is zero possibility the fucking government or some greedy ass piece of shit like that gets that money no matter what I decide to do. I give it to charity first. I mean, I don't know. What is there to be proud of about it, in all seriousness? I'm not using. I'm obeying the laws of a land that I really don't agree with in the first place. Technically, I'm living in a dystopia where being in pain, or more of, you know, trying to not be in pain, and the medications needed for it have become criminalized because some people wanted to make some profit. And then our government sure as hell couldn't punish them for making all that profit, so they had to punish the people they victimized. Like, so I'm not relieving that pain. Cool. I probably would have gotten my business off the ground last year completely, like brick and mortar shop, if not this year, if my body was not in pain constantly. Sup, Dub? Exactly. And heck, the second quickest way that I've ever made money was selling crystals, but not these crystals. Could have made a bunch of money to get my business off the ground by now. Not that that would actually, technically, I sold pills. But they're all... Everything has a crystalline structure of one kind or another. Beautiful thing of science. It really is. Although I've also never wasted as much money as I did when I was an addict, so there is that side. Like, that is one thing that I'm kind of happy about, is I'm not dumping $200,000 a year into my arm. God, that was so dumb. I am struggling on this fucking rap. How you doing today, Dub? I'm doing my best, man. I mean, in all honesty, sobriety isn't that hard for me. I shouldn't say sobriety, because I really don't actually care about sobriety. Not drinking and not using illegal substances isn't that difficult for me anymore. Yeah, caution's a good way to go about that, Alabama. I would say that the best route is probably finding a medical professional who works in a country that the medical profession isn't a for-profit incentivized structure. When that time comes, I'm looking into a couple of those. And hopefully I'll be bringing y'all gemstones from there. or sending them to you from there. Oh, there's a fucking angle I can use. Dude, I just had a light bulb moment. Dubs, drink is the worst. The worst. Everything that I have done that is like really fucking hurt somebody else, I've done while under the influence of alcohol. So I have that opinion that alcohol is like basically as bad as fucking meth. That's where I'm at, dude. It's like I just don't. I just haven't felt like having a drink in a while. Jeez, man. This is just not one of those days. I'm sorry to hear that, bud. And there is definitely nothing wrong with the ganja. I'm also super pro like methadone or Suboxone. Although I keep trying to also convince people to go look into how Switzerland dealt with their opioid crisis about 20 years ago now. Shocking how well that worked out for them. They took something as bad as what we got going on over here and turned it into like a success story. I did stupid shit drinking. I remember the last stupid fucking thing I did drinking about this. It was in October up here in Montana, actually. And I was walking home, which was a fucking bus on the other side of town that was broken down. And it was really cold. And I had my flip-flops, my pants, and my shirt, and that was about it. So I walked. I don't remember it. But I remember waking up to this lady on the phone pointing a gun at me. And I must have given that poor lady the biggest fucking heart attack. I stood up and I said, I'm just gonna leave. And she said, no, you're gonna sit the fuck down. And I said, I'm gonna sit down. I really feel bad about that one. That was not okay. I mean, that's just one instance. Dumbass shit I did while drinking. There's another. Broke into my own house. Oh, dude, I have seen some people make some big mistakes on Xanax. This shit's real dangerous. I wonder if... The fucked up thing is I've never even got to apologize to that lady. Because I have no idea who she was. Or where that was. I was just told to never go there again. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I know what was going through my mind. My whole world was falling apart at the time, and I was like, well, I either find a place to go inside or I lay down and die tonight. Dumbass shit. Seeing Dubs, I feel that. Although for me it's night terrors. To avoid night terrors. So yeah, to sleep soundly is probably one way to put that. Welcome, Tiger Eye. Thank you for joining. That was super kind of you. Sorry for the uh oddball conversation we're having today. It's just one of those days. Like some days being professional just takes way too much work. Oh, of course you don't want to. Are you fucking real? Alright. I gotta teach y'all how to splice wire now. So you're doing a coil like this, right? And you run out of wire early. How do you get more wire in? you splice it in. So we get the same size wire. I'm sorry to hear that, Dope. Now, we need it to be going in the exact same direction. Which is like so. What I'm going to start by wrapping a couple of times, going in the same direction I was. And then, for the tricky part, the very tricky part, now I wrap this one counter. And as I go, I make sure it slips right in between the previous coils. Fuck. Sorry. It's real. Real is good. I really want to believe that, bro, but it has not been working for my as a business strategy, if I'm being honest. I am seriously considering manufacturing a little bit of drama. Because that's what the majority of people want. Although I am also holding my breath that I will catch that minority who want real. I just gotta find them. Maybe that's how I should market myself. Like, do you want some made up drama and bullshit and scripted blah blah blah, or do you want some real talk? it could be lagging. Something could be lagging. It wouldn't shock me. I also accidentally went off of the off screen. I'm really, really bad about that. Because it's like, either I have to work through an unfocused camera, or I have to put the camera so it's hitting at an angle and remember to stay within this perfect fucking field of focus for the camera. By the way, if you're learning to do these, you do not need to focus on the backside like I am. That's just redonkulous. I'm considering some ideas for affordable rings too. Very affordable rings that I can do in under an hour. I think I've got that worked out finally. They're not going to be anything special. But for $40 or $50, hopefully no one will give a fuck. I wonder where the term "excuse my French" came from, and why that term became used the way it is. Well, fuck. Remember that lesson I taught about how to splice? Do it thicker wire too, like this. Yeah, you're right. And I don't know. Well, also though, people in general are spending less on jewelry. I was watching Gem Shopping earlier today, where they were selling estate jewelry, which is basically stuff like this. And I did the calculations where I'm going to be asking like $300 for this pendant. They would have been wanting $1,250. So when jewelry is just so expensive, like, I can understand why people wouldn't put their money in that. Especially knowing that by buying this and spending an hour on it, I can resell it at $300 and make a fair little bit of profit. I know, I mean, I've done a lot of study in the field. A lot of study in the field. Yes, gem prices are going up, and so are metal prices. And that's also making it harder. For instance, this pendant is going to cost... By the time I'm done, I'm guessing this is going to be 5,000 to 8,000. A couple years ago, I could have done 4,000 to 5,000 and probably made a good profit off of it. Not anymore. I need to find a way to make that more just gold. In an opal field? Fuck, I wish I could go study in an opal field too. Speaking of opals, Alabama, you got a couple coming, do ya? I threw in... Like I said, you can trash them. They're not that valuable. Hopefully I'll have some more of this rough on the way. Which isn't the best rough, but it's also not the worst. Trying to get... Kunzanite. Well, I tossed you a couple pieces that are kind of sandy opal that you can mess around with. You know, I think Kunzanite is really pretty too. I've got a couple. And then I've got a couple more. I would love to get some more saturated ones. This cushion cut is my most saturated one that I have. Someday I'll find a replacement for it. Or I'll cut one myself. If I get really lucky. Let's see here. I've actually got a couple pieces of it that I could facet. They're just not really ready. And they're also really clear. There. Get a good $120 mini pendant. Probably gonna have to be $150 with where fucking silver's heading, unfortunately. It could be worse. Come on. I really think soon we'll be seeing engagement rings done in silver with lab-grown diamonds and costing like $200 or $300 max. With how lab-grown diamonds are falling, they are plummeting. The minute after 420. Wait, vape companies will fucking sponsor us? Really? Oh, I will have to reach out to them. Do I have to actually, like, promote vaping? Because I don't know that I could do that in good conscience. But I can smoke on one for hours and hours. Dub, I like the idea of selling a lot of items for a little profit, which is why my gemstones I sell as cheap as I can. For jewelry, I want to make a super high-end product that is fantabulous to everybody. But I'm also working on, like, the 3D printer. The whole reason I got that was so I could start making, you know, pumping shit like this out. Then take a garnet or whatever and, you know, maybe a couple small diamonds and bam. There's a $50 to $100 ring, depending on how automated I can get it. I just gotta get some time together. That's on the back burner for now. I wonder if I could get them just to send me a new vape. I'd be fucking... That's all I want right now. This thing is 4 years old. And you can tell. Like... And this, to me, like, this thing is to me what a lightsaber is to a Jedi. You know? This is your life, Anakin. This is your life. Not great. Hey, Josh. Hope you're having a good one, buddy. It's good to see you. And we need one more. Need one more something there. Shit. You know, I was trying to calculate just the amount of hours I have of content. I have put a fuck ton of time into recording and such. Like, we're talking nearly 2 terabytes of recording time total, and then edited down to whatever and the live streams and shit. I'm surprised I haven't gotten the message and just given up. But when you're desperate, you just keep going. So I got a fucking dream. I don't know what that dream is exactly, besides doing some good for the future. Not a lot, buddy. Not a lot. Just, chillaxing. It's been a wild fucking week, and today I've decided to just kinda put things on the back, or, you know, take a chill out and just, like, hang out with people. And then hope... Damn! Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. 6 months is a long time. I I just loaded up a quick 15-second video and then added a song because I wanted to see if it would take the monetization from me or not. Actually, oh, I won't know till tomorrow, will I? Damn. We'll talk about that Sunday. I don't know if you can, if when you add someone else's music from the YouTube library, if they get all the money or not. Where I melt things. Well, I have good news. You are in luck. 'Cause this week, ooh, I could engrave this right here. I've got a couple coins I'm gonna melt this week. I didn't even know they were here. They just like joined, which meant a lot to me. Especially with that conversation we were having. Usually not the kind that people would click that button, so that I really appreciate that. Make a ring in seconds. I'll never forget that that sound bite. If you see somebody make something look easy, it's because they put a lot of fucking time into it. Straight facts. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Be more like that. There we go. Yes. Welcome to the dark side. Aw, why thank you so much. Usually, like, if I'm being honest, people don't like hearing the true stuff. Like, they mostly want to hear drama and diamonds and glitz and, you know, somebody, I don't fucking know, Trax, who again, is a master at business, and I am not criticizing. Like, the dude has done way more than I have. I may have corrected him once or twice in video, but I have respect for him as a businessman. He figured out what people like and went for it. I decided to take a different track, and it's been a rough one. So it means a lot when people support me in that. I'm trying to be authentic. I think our society could be a lot better off if more people were comfortable being honest and being authentic and being themselves. Yeah, war stories. Yeah, pretty much. Except for now they're just like, well, I don't know, it depends on your viewpoint of war. I was gonna say now it's just kind of stories about stupidity. I think a lot of people would feel that way about war, though, so. Philosophy for both sides, I guess. Alrighty. Boom. Amethyst pendant just needs to be polished now. I might also try to work out how it balances a little bit more. Just because I like them to sit as flat as I can get them to sit. I think that's alright for the most part. Yeah, that'll be alright. Alrighty. Guys, girls, just peoples, thank you for hanging out with me today. And crafting a bit with me. I really appreciate it. I will be live again tomorrow at 1 p.m. Montana Standard Time, or Mountain Standard Time. Still call it Montana Standard Time because we're the best. For our Gems and Jewels sale, part 1. I pretty much have to keep doing Saturday and Sunday just to keep myself afloat, but got all that amethyst that'll be showing off tomorrow, the fire agates I polished. Y'all are, holy crap. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I look forward to seeing some of you guys tomorrow. I hope one way or the other you have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, love each other, and love yourselves. Have a good one, everyone. Can I hit the love button on that? I can't? Why not? I want to hit that. They're amazing. You're amazing, Tiger Eye. Thank you for that. Peace out, everyone. And meow.